Hi guys, Jay Nice on the mic. It is so hot in New York today. It's like 79 degrees. Feels like 100, but I love it. So let me first of all apologize because I'm making this video in my car. The reason why I'm making it in my car is because I'm running errands. So I wanted to make this video real quick before I forget. So today somebody handed me, while I was on campus, somebody handed me like a flyer for the remembrance ceremony that my school is having tonight for Holocaust victims. Yesterday, I believe, April 8th, Monday, April 8th was the National Holocaust Remembrance Day. So today, my school is holding a ceremony in honor of the victims of the Holocaust. So, you know, I looked over the flyer, kind of infuriated me when I started thinking about it. And let me throw out the disclaimer that I'm not trying to take away from the struggles of any other minority group. But I just really think it's unfair that Japanese, Jewish, and Native Americans receive some type of compensation and reparations, but blacks have yet to receive our 40 acres and a mule or any type of, compensation for slavery. To give you guys a few quick facts, which you may or may not know, some stuff I just recently found out, is that Holocaust survivors in the United States receive approximately $300 each month for the rest of their lives. Just simply, because they were Holocaust survivors and, the atrocities that were committed against, Jews in that time period in that area. So Holocaust survivors receive, which $300, isn't that much, but Japanese receive, there's something called the Civil Liberties. It's the Civil Liberties Act of 1988, which grants Congress to pay each victim of internment camps $20,000. So that's a lot of money. Like, I don't know how the payment is allocated, how much is given each month, but $20,000 for Japanese internment camp victims. Native Americans, Barack Obama signed an act into legislation that provides American Indians $1.5 billion altogether in like reparations. And I believe it's also provided to black farmers. But American Indians and black farmers, whose land was taken, they receive reparations for all the things that were done to them and their land, and et cetera, et cetera. So why is it that black people have not even received the 40 acres and a mule that was promised to us years ago? We haven't received any type of reparations. Like, nobody thinks this is ridiculous, because I think it's absolutely ludicrous that all these other groups, and like I said, I'm not trying to take away from the struggles of any other group, but in my opinion, slavery in the United States was the greatest atrocity known to mankind. The effects of slavery are still felt today in the United States. Though we may not have been slaughtered, many African Americans were slaughtered, but many African Americans today in this country, institutionalized racism still exists, and the effects of slavery still exist. So I believe that some type of compensation should be given to at least attempt to even the playing field, because obviously blacks are not equal to whites in this country, and to say that they are is a blatant lie. We all know that racism still exists. Now racism is more covert than overt, but the effects of slavery are still, blacks are still seething from the effects of slavery in this country. And I really do feel like there should be some type of compensation or reparations given, to, not that would make up for all of the atrocities that were done to blacks in this country, but like I said, it kind of evens the playing field. Now, many critics of the African American reparations state that they feel like it's difficult to place the blame on one person. It's difficult to say, you know, XYZ is to blame for slavery in the United States. So, you know, be that as it may, I still think something should be done. And the fact that all these other groups have been given monies to kind of placate the issue is infuriating. A lot of critics feel like our tax dollars should not be used because there's no plaintiff or defendant. It's hard to place the blame on one person, and many people feel like the non-blacks who are to blame for slavery are no longer alive. I think that justification is absolutely ridiculous, and I definitely think there should be something done. Obama should try to sign legislation into office that will grant African Americans some type of reparation. That's how I feel about it. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to know, but I just had to get those thoughts off my chest. You guys know I'm outspoken and I'll always say what's on my mind, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And I will check you guys out next time.